Between RB Leipzig and Manchester City. Firstly, the starting 11 for RB Leipzig.
So the Champions League is back with fans regularly. City against Red Bull Leipzig. I think it's a big game tonight actually because Paris Saint-Germain are so dominant and Bruges are expected to be so weak. Without being too disrespectful, you would think that the games between City and Leipzig could be quite crucial. Now, if you weren't already aware of this, the under-19s play the same game effectively in the under-19s youth competition. So I'm here at the CFA. I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is the mini stadium where City's EDS, youth team and women play, and the under-19s of course are playing here today. So this is where the vlog starts for City against Red Bull Leipzig. Thanks very much to MusicMagpie, RRG Group, who of course are car companies, but also to Timpson, the cobblers and much more for their support of my vlogs. I'm going to talk to people here, I'm going to talk to people of course at the main game later on as well. So thanks for subscribing. Let's see what people are thinking ahead of tonight's game. So you watched the first half of the under-19 game, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I think some of the football's been really good on obviously a beautiful pitch as well. The surroundings, everything involved with Manchester City, the setup here is unbelievable, and there's no complaints really about the football. It's sometimes in the final third they could probably do a little bit more, but yeah, it's impressive to be fair. You know, when you look at the age of the boys as well, the way they pass and move the ball with pace, it's quite impressive.
Tonight it's over at the main stadium, the first game in the group stage. Do you see this has been a problem for City's first team?
No, not really. I think City will be quietly confident going into the game tonight, and I do expect them to get a result against a good side, so to speak. But I think they'll have more than enough, certainly at home.
So a 5-1 comfortable victory for the under-19s in the UEFA Youth League. Now it's time for the big boys over at the main stadium.
Taking charge of his 25th Champions League game as a City manager here in Manchester. We make some noise for Rio Morris, followed by João Cancelo.
What does it mean to you to come to a Champions League night, Mark?
Proudness, you know, from when I played in the 80s, how far we've come has been brilliant, and to bring my grandkids here as well, and my son, it's magic. You're just born blue and that's it.
Are you feeling confident tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game though. I think confident as well, and I'm not too sure what the starting 11 will be, but you know, they'll give it a go. They're going to do. Maybe this year they might go and win it. You never know. Hopefully.
Your dad was a City fan, wasn't he?
Massive blue. We're all blues. My brother, my uncles, all blues.
Your son?
Blue.
You're a blue, aren't you?
I am indeed. I didn't have a choice, and then my son's not had a choice either. But he's kind of he's got a bit luckier than we do growing up. When I was obviously watching Macclesfield, Stockport away, which was literally just as good as coming to these Champions League nights. I think if you ask any City fan, they'd take Stockport away just as much as they would Champions League at home.
You've played for a few of our local clubs, but you never played for City. Would that have been the ultimate dream, to follow in your dad's footsteps?
Of course, yeah. It would have done. It's, you know, I still hold hope at 34, but you know, the next best thing maybe one day in a coaching capacity. Yeah, you never know. You've got to dream big. So, but I'm just pleased I can bring my kids and come with my dad and watch a Champions League game at City.
Brian Barry Murphy was coaching the under-19s today, so there's hope for you, isn't there?
There is, yeah. BBM also, I knew when he left Rochdale, I kind of had a little bit of inside information that potentially could be coming to City. So yeah, I'll give him a text.
This young man, are you going to be a footballer?
Yes.
So you're the fourth generation City fan, maybe third generation player, eh?
Yeah.
She could be a player too, eh? She's fast enough.
Ever since we came and the Arabs took over here, that's exactly what we've worked for. We've looked to come into nights like this. The only thing we're missing is the trophy itself now.
So bit different than playing Mansfield in the Auto Windscreen Shield, isn't it?
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, they're a lot colder nights, let's say.
Do you worry about this fixture? Because to me, it feels like a really crucial one in the group.
Depends really what team he's going to put out tonight, as to whether we're going to struggle or whether we're going to win it comfortably or not. Really, so I wouldn't really worry about it.
It feels like with PSG in the group, it's 2 of 3. So City can put Leipzig to the sword. They're as good as they really, aren't they?
If they can emulate the under-19s today, they can definitely put it to the sword.
What's the Champions League night mean to you?
Oh, everything. Gets me out of the pub. Or they've been working.
I know you've been watching City a long time. What does a Champions League night mean to you?
Means I can watch them again tonight.
You have been watching them for years, haven't you?
Yeah, over 45 years even. Yeah, so a long time. It's Champions League. Still can't get as excited about it as the Premier League, but I'm quite happy to come and watch the lads again. Gives us an extra night to watch them.
And now you play for City?
Yeah, that's right, sort of. City women's walking football every Tuesday night at the City Academy. Come and join us, over 40s or whatever.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah, it's good fun. You make good friends and it's well organised.
Well, this is an unusual view for me. I sat up here for the Champions League last season behind closed doors because I was covering the games for Sony TV in India, and I'm doing the same thing tonight. So I'm a little bit higher up. I'm on the front edge of the 3rd tier, the Colin Bell stand. You can see all the sort of cameras and all of the video equipment behind me. Just a little bit. Well, in fact, you can see one of the cameras there. So those are the pictures that you see on television. And then right up at the back of me, that was the sort of original TV gantry that they built, but they decided when the stadium was finished that was too high and it gave the wrong angle, so they moved the cameras to the front edge of the 3rd tier. Don't know if you knew that, but they are interesting facts. So are the people up here any different than the people who sit in other parts of the ground?
Yeah, we try to set up anywhere on the Colin Bell stand if we can, yeah.
Do you like this view, miss?
Yeah, I'd rather have a higher view because you can see the offsides and that. So yeah, I'd rather have a higher view than a lower view, definitely.
Some people love to be right near the players, but you're almost like a quarter of a mile away from the other side of the pitch here, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't know, you can see the game, but I don't know, so I always see the game better from here. But I know, cause I can understand why people go lower down and get the atmosphere as well, but yeah, no, it's choice, isn't it? Choice.
What about you? I mean, do you prefer to sit up here or?
I just prefer the game from like a tactical aspect as well. So obviously when you're high up, you can see both teams, how they're set up, formation. Just like Mark said, really, I just feel like you can see much more of what's going on rather than on the floor. On the floor, you can't really see a lot. So yeah.
What does it mean to you to be in the Champions League then? I mean, it's become routine now, hasn't it?
We were having this conversation on the way here actually. I feel like some City fans may have taken it for granted a little bit, but I absolutely love it. Like, we come to every Champions League home game, watching the biggies, the best stars on show here at the Etihad against our beloved Manchester City. It's the best thing in the world, man. Honestly, it's brilliant.
I feel like this is the year. So close last year, wasn't it? Oh.
To be honest, I honestly felt like last year was our year. I really did. I felt like our performances against Borussia Dortmund and PSG, we were absolutely flying. So I hope so. I really do hope so. It just seems that teams are getting stronger and stronger every year. So maybe a little bit pessimistic, but we'll see what happens.
German teams are never to be taken lightly, are they?
No, well, we said today these come second, I think, in their league, and they're going to be it's going to be a very tough game. You can't take any team for granted at all. No, so that would be very interesting. It should be a good game again.
Manchester City! Please also welcome our visitors from Germany, RB Leipzig, into our home, the home of Manchester City.
I thought City obviously convincing at times.
Quite surprised that City playing quite a high line. You know, they've gotten a few times Leipzig, but the header from Ake, the penalty, the own goal, City in full control. I think they'll run out comfortable winners, but I've never seen City play such a high line. The team's getting as much, to be fair. But, you know, dominant City performance again.
You never scored an own goal like that, have you?
No, I never got that close to my own goal, never mind the opposition, so never scored an own goal in my life, believe it or not.
It was an alright game. Their defending was terrible, so was ours at times. I thought we looked weak down the left-hand side of our defence. But we scored some nice goals, got the 3 points. I mean, on that evidence, I think we'll struggle against PSG. I think defending like that against PSG we'll be in real trouble.
Yeah, PSG at the moment, as I'm recording this, they're throwing 1-1 through.
True, but we've watched enough football in our lives to know that that team is capable of turning it on and in a big game here and at PSG, those big players will turn up. So if we defend like that, we'll be really, really struggling.
Lots of goals, mistakes, I suppose, from both sides. What a strange way to start the Champions League. Not quite sure really what to make of that, but you've got to say you've been entertained when you come to a game like that. It did feel a little bit like I was watching the Harlem Globetrotters at times. The City were knocking it around with such confidence, and yet they let those goals in. But great start to the Champions League campaign. Let's see what people think.
For the group game, it was very good entertainment. 9 goals. We looked a bit open at the back, to be honest, and in midfield. I was glad to see Gundogan come on there near the end to try and tighten things up with Fernandinho. But that's Champions League football for you. You can never ever take a team lightly, and these are half-decent opponents, so maybe we underestimated them slightly.
Perfect start to the group though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 6 goals at home, what can I say? I mean, one better than the 2 previous home games, so who needs a striker?
Dad, what do you think to that first game, 1938?
Great first half, very positive with the players going forward, but not good defending in the second half, but very good display.
How does this team compare to the teams you've seen down the years?
Oh, well, I think the 55, 56 team would have given them a gold star. Yeah.
Really?
With the Revy plan, with Roy Paul and Bobby Johnson.
God, Roy Paul.
Yeah. And the 68 team would have given them a game. But they are a terrific side.
Yeah. You've seen less than your dad has, presumably.
Yeah. I've been a City season ticket holder for 40 years, but since I could afford one, went to my first game 1 year old. But I just thought tonight defensively we're all over the place. Just amazing once you get a bit of disruption in that back line, and we look a little bit poor, I thought. But great result. We're going through. We're on our way to St. Petersburg. Love it.
Ake, it's the first proper game I've seen him proper show what he's worth. But I mean, I'm happy because I do like him, but.
Absolutely top. I do feel bad for Angelino for getting the red because I do like him, but yeah, I think he deserved it, to be fair.
No, he did. He was playing
really thumping win though, that wasn't it in the end?
We deserved it. We smashed him and in the end deserved it. There's not much more you can say really, is there?
So I filmed you busking a couple of weeks ago, and you were just at the match today. What's it like then when you're watching a match when you're not actually performing as well?
Well, the atmosphere was great. When we scored, it was great. Like all the football is great. I really enjoyed it.
Are you going to be a famous pop star in the future?
Hopefully, yeah. Write songs, get big, and yeah.
So you've been on my vlog before you were famous?
Yeah.
Remember me when you are, don't you?
Definitely, yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Alex Spencer.
Remember that name. 98 years old, Ian. You've seen it all. What was that game like? Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. City knocked 6 in. It's a bit of enjoyment.
Can't knock it, can you?
I've seen it the other way around.
I bet you have. I bet you have. And you've come tonight with your nephew, have you?
I was on the did the kip-out for about 20 years.
I bet you did, yeah. The old days. What's it like watching the games?
Yeah, these days it's always a treat, really, isn't it, watching them? But well, yeah, watching Six go in, Grealish scoring as well, it's always good. But tougher game on Saturday. Southampton need to sort out that defence. But yeah, you can't complain when you're watching City every week, can you, Ian? You know. Yeah, always good.
Look after Mr. Niven, he's a treasure.
Will do.
You're a treasure, Mr. Niven.
Okay.
See you again soon.
Take care.
Remember, City, only the cream. City.
So big thanks to City first and foremost for the entertainment and the victory. Thanks to everybody who contributed to the vlog tonight, and of course to Timpson RRG Group and to MusicMagpie for supporting the matchday vlogs. Thanks very much for watching, for subscribing, for sharing, and remember, always, it's great to be a Blue.